SADC defied them, and our president was made chairman. Now he's in a vantage position now to carry the mantle of industrialization to another level. The heads of states who came to see what Harare has done, they were gawking. They couldn't believe it. Even President Cyril Ramaphosa from South Africa, when he was being shown what Harare has become and what the new airport, but also he was seeing the videos of what's going on at Manize. Zimbabwe is on the move, and our neighbors are getting excited about it. So he is really going to make sure that this agenda of industrialization is consummated for the benefit of the prosperity of the Zimbabwe people, but also for making Africa become a showcase of a continent where you can produce world-class goods. There's absolutely nothing which will stop Zimbabwe from producing powertrains for new energy electric vehicles, because the steel is there. The lithium, we are now processing batteries in Zimbabwe. 5 out of 6 top billionaires in lithium are in Zimbabwe. So our quality of investment in lithium is as good as the technology which is available in the global market. We are not cutting any corners. So all the things which we are doing in Zimbabwe now are taking advantage of a very well-educated population, very organized population, and a disciplined population, because you don't win a modern war against the British extension of the Rhodesian, of the British Empire, the Rhodesians, unless you get organized and disciplined. So a combination of a human resource which is structured, organized, disciplined, and educated, and a good leadership, and a party which knows where it is going. These are the ingredients of success. And this is what the president is going to ride upon. And with what has happened, we've also received the good news during the conference that President Chapo won and Frelimo is back in power, is in power again in a big way.
We had our brothers from Frelimo earlier.
They were, so we are now going to, the natural export route for Zimbabwe is Mozambique. But because of Western attempt to manipulate us, they were making us go to Durban, 2,000 kilometers away to Durban. You get a container from Shanghai or New York, it arrives at Durban for $800. By the time it gets to Bulawayo or Harare, it's $4,000 because it's being railed 2,000 kilometers. Now we are restoring our links to Mozambique. We will be building a railway line from Manize to Mozambique to export steel, because most of the steel from Manize will be for export, apart from that which will be processed locally. So we'll be we will be removing the inflation factor in the logistics chain of Zimbabwe by going to nearby Mozambique. And when with this, now they did not want Zimbabwe and Mozambique to work together for 40 years since independence of the two countries. We have not been given a chance to work together. Renamo was imposed to try to make it difficult to work for us. No capital was given to Mozambique to build its ports. In the meantime, the money was being sent to Durban to make sure that Africa, from Congo, 4,000 kilometers away, you go to Durban. That was nonsensical. It didn't make economic sense. But because of the developments which President Mnangagwa has done, the whole logistics plate is being revisited. We'll be going to nearby Mozambique. And it means selling our goods cheaply. They will get to the global market at a competitive price. That means more money for Zimbabweans. So for young people, the prospects of jobs now, a good quality jobs is going to come. And we have got the beauty of Zimbabwean young people. They are as convertible in their labor force as hard currents. They work in any environment in the world and they do well. So this is a good thing. And now they will be working at home because President Mnangagwa has given them a chance by getting world-class investors, but also domestic capital. What we've done with our tobacco, the ZIG. You are here in Rwanda. Next time you are told about the ZIG, go to Rwanda and say salute to those young people. They are the ones who made ZIG possible. Young people digging gold. Zimbabwe gold is everywhere. Unlike many countries which have to export to get hard currency. In addition, in Zimbabwe, we dig money. So they are digging money in Makaha, they are digging money in Chabcha, in Chegutu, they are digging money in Kadoma, they are digging money in Kwekwe, they are digging money in Rwanda, they are digging money everywhere. We dig money. And Gold has been money for 5,000 years. Gold is better money than the US dollars. People don't understand it. The US dollar is only 200 years old.
Piece of paper.
Yeah, and it's printed by somebody, by private companies. Gold, any day, any price in the world is the same. So we have the ultimate currency, God's own currency, Maria Zimu, and our young people are digging it. That's why the ZIG is back. The ZIG is not there because of some bright, well-suited young people in Samora Machel Financial District in Harare. No, the ZIG is there because of these young people who are digging it. And the more gold they dig, and that's what the president wants, the more the ZIG becomes strong. You may get to a situation where in the next 2 to 3 years, $2 US is equal to 1 ZIG. Watch it. Watch this space.
The wise words of Comrade Mutsvangwa here, informing us of many things we didn't realize, and the materials as well as the resources we have at our disposal. I was listening to the closing statements of His Excellency, and he made a statement saying the party is coming of age. This seems to be dovetailing into some of the economic decisions we are making and the steps we are taking forward. It seems also as a nation we are also coming of age economically at the same time as politically as a party. Are there any parting thoughts you may have for us, Comrade Mutsvangwa?
Well, the main thing is I'm so happy that Bulawayo put such a good show. This is the Zimbabwe way. You put a beautiful show, and all these 4,000 delegates, they'll go back and say, look at what Bulawayo can do. It was a source of pride to have a well-organized party conference in the City of Kings and Queens. And the other thing, of course, the hope which was touchable. And this is in a year of drought. Normally people would be, downtrodden, feeling despondent because we didn't harvest anything. But because we have a robust economy, which the president has got, we are pretty much supporting ourselves. There's no way where somebody is dying of hunger, even when the whole country literally did no harvest. This is the robustness of the economy. But there was also the good news of our wheat harvest, which came from the Minister of Agriculture. We are going to even have excess wheat to export, even in a year of drought. So if God said no rain, President Mnangagwa says, let's use irrigated water to produce crops, to farm crops. So we offset the hunger by our ingenuity, by our creativity, by our hard work. These are things which were being reviewed by the party members. But then there are also the other things where we are happening a whole vibrant SME sector, the small to medium enterprise, the young people digging gold, the people farming tobacco, the crop miners. All these are SME industries, and very soon we'll be making all sorts of gadgets because steel is a raw material for the SMEs. Who can stop us supplying parts for Toyota, for Mercedes-Benz? Because the quality of steel is there, the labor force is there, the creativity of the mind is there, the discipline and the investment is coming. So I do not be surprised if we start to, because wherever Tsingshan goes, this company which is doing steel in Manize, all the other companies follow because it's a world-class company. It's an industry leader. So there is a ship mentality about where Tsingshan goes. So SME sector, in the steel sector, Bulawayo, watch this space. In 3 to 4 years' time, you'll be seeing all sorts of widgets coming out of Bulawayo, destined for the foreign markets. Then you'll be driving a car, an electric car in Finland and say, made in Zimbabwe, the parts. That's a good thing.
You heard the wise words of Comrade Mutsvangwa here. We would like to once again give you a special thanks, Comrade Mutsvangwa. We would not be here if it was not for our Politburo Secretary for Media, Information and Publicity. All this innovation you see in this entire podcast was made possible by his support all the way at Politburo level, down to us at provincial level. And he helped us and stood with us to be able to bring you the interviews we have been bringing you, and most importantly, the interview with the Chef Wedu, Department Wedu, the Media, Information and Publicity. I would like to specifically thank you, particularly for allowing us the chance as young people to innovate and bring such new ideas and new platforms while you are at the helm of the Secretary.
I also want to thank you, my team. Sterling work, you make me feel proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade.